Greetings. Once again, the Ghetto Free Press is barking on the mentality of the human brain. You know, we as black folk were told that our history began in slavery. That is the year of 1555, when Sir John Hawkins, a European slave trader, went into Africa and loaded up his ships with slaves for the black man, woman, and their children to believe that our history started during or even before the slave trade. To believe that we go back into the 1400s with the Portuguese slave trade in Brazil. And if you believe that that was the beginning of our history, you are sadly mistaken. And you are sadly miseducated. It has been written and established that the black man's history is untraceable in terms of when we found ourselves on this planet. For in the ancient ruins, as well as the longest historic library on this planet, the pyramids, the Sphinx, and other historic replicas of the past, we were here. We were here before the Garden of Eden, as it is told in the Holy Bible. We were here when God said to Adam and Eve, obey. For if you read the Bible, and if you study the history of those great theologians and historians who knew more than the duplicators and imitators of today, they'll tell you that Ethiopia, not England, not Japan, not India, but Ethiopia, the first people or country or people or nation ever to be the first in the volume of sacred law. I repeat, Ethiopia was mentioned in the very few chapters starting at the beginning of the book of Genesis. Yet they want you to think that we as black folk can take a ride in this little modern day car they call the Sir John Hawkins slave trade movement. You can't fit the black man's history in this little car. It's too small. It can't contain the pyramid builders. It can't contain those who civilized the world. You can't contain those that gave the world the arts, the sciences, the orders of architect. You just can't do it. And so as soon as we, among the human race, wake up and get rid of what we have been miseducated to believe, the longer our planet will last and the longer we will survive as a people. Because Jesus said in St. John 8:32, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set and make you free. Now, for those of you who may believe that I'm preaching, or I'm teaching, or I'm talking, or just simply playing a game by lifting up one people and push another down. No, 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 no. I'm trying to follow the footsteps of my ancestors, and that is to give you the truth, because even the white European named Apostle Paul understood it when he left it on record. According to the Bible they gave us, that we fight not against flesh and blood, but against powers and principalities of power and spiritual wickedness in high places. So, take it for what it's worth. Young black boys, don't think that you are the scum of the earth. You are only the scum when you lower who you are, what God made you, and what your potentials are to reach the higher plateau as King Khufu, Imhotep, and others who they hid from you. And so because you don't know your connectiveness with the God of your ancestors, this is one reason you think that you can fit into this little small automobile. But your history dates back far beyond a little automobile that started with the slave trade here in the United States of America. Once again, this is the Ghetto Free Press, pressing truth upon you because it must be done. If you're in this little small box of traditional Christianity, or this little small box of Islam, or this little small box of being a professor, and think you got it made in the shade, you better get out that little car, man. You better get out of it. It's not yours. You're much bigger than that. The Ghetto Free Press. Bye-bye. We go.